Welcome to Tuesday's edition of For the Win. I'm Jacqueline Barris with Avon Molinar. Avon,
Yeah.
it's Tuesday. I was going to say, did you get rest? Big night of sports, but there was no big night of sports.
Understandable.
I literally just paced around wishing that I had sports to put on the TV.
Jacqueline just in her room.
Truly. I mean, it's madness. It's mad.
It's madness.
It feels like madness.
A
But
little bit of March Madness.
I am looking forward to that, actually. Are we going to get brackety here?
Oh.
I'm just totally
Yeah.
derailing the conversation.
Just give us like a week and a half and we'll get raggedy.
I can't wait. I really am excited.
As you should be. As you should be.
I should be
Because there's
excited.
a lot going on.
I should be
A
excited.
lot going on sports-wise.
There is. And one thing I am excited about is the NFL's expansion across the globe. And they have big moves
Bliss.
happening.
Bliss, yeah. Did you know that the Falcons are going to be playing in Madrid?
I do now.
You do now? Yeah, they just got released this morning, actually, the information that of the 9 games that are going to be played around the world, the Falcons will be playing an undetermined opponent in Madrid.
That's actually a really cool location.
It's a very cool
Yeah,
location.
I'm like, well
I
done.
wish it was a better team, but yeah. So
You probably hurt somebody's feelings right there.
you know what? That's fine. That's okay.
It's
That's
fine.
okay.
It's
That's
okay.
really okay. But I kind of made a little graphic here of
Mhm.
all the games that we're going to be displaying over
Okay.
the next however many weeks of the preseason, going into the beautiful game of football. Okay. There's a lot going on here. I apologize. But I made a little map. So, like, Melbourne's going to be played between the 49ers and the Rams, battle for California in Australia.
I guess I have so many questions already, and I'll save them to the end.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want to pop them out one by
What's
one, you
the
can.
deal with only Melbourne?
Having a full, I
what's
don't
all
know yet.
this TBD business?
Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows. They're still waiting to figure everything out, who they're going to play against.
We need the internet to tell us.
We do need the internet to tell us, but they didn't. Not yet. They won't.
Get on it, internet.
Exactly. In Mexico City, the 49ers are going to play. London games are going to have 2 different teams play. The Jacksonville Jaguars host twice, and then the Commanders host once. We know, as we've covered, in Paris, the Saints will be hosting that game. In Munich, the Lions will be hosting that game. I wonder who they're going to play. I bet it's someone good.
And what's
hopefully.
the deal with the Jaguars twice?
I don't know. It was a weird scheduling. It was very weird scheduling.
It does seem strange. It's almost like maybe they said, we'll only go if we're going to make it worth our while.
Well, yeah, I think that may or may not be the case, actually.
Yeah.
Because they're essentially back-to-back weeks. So
yes, I remember we discussed this
yeah.
actually months ago now. It's jogging my memory.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing, like when we first learned about which teams were going to international. And then, what game am I missing? Rio. The Cowboys. Your Cowboys will be playing in Rio.
They are not my
You're not, I'm just kidding. She's an Eagles fan. She's an Eagles fan. She didn't like that.
Okay, but honestly, pop the map up one more
dang
time.
it, okay.
I'm going to ask you a question, and then you can take it back to the 2.
Okay.
Because this is a wonderful graphic, by the way. Of the destination, this is a 2-part question.
Okay.
Destinations, which are you most excited about? And then teams playing that we know about now, most excited about.
Destination-wise, ooh, that's hard. Okay. I would have to go with some of the newcomers. So either Melbourne, Madrid, or Paris.
Okay.
I would probably go Paris solely because I think it's just so fitting that the Saints are playing there. I'm sure the Melbourne game is going to be beautiful because Australia is a great country. But the teams, I don't know how they're going to do. But I want to see. I think I want to see the Paris games.
I'm most excited about Paris, and who I would see. I would be great if we could throw Chicago
In Paris?
I mean, I'm just thinking of teams I'd like to see.
No, that's fair. I was curious. I was making sure that
The
that was
Eagles. I mean, who do you think's going to get these slots?
I don't know.
So many things.
There's so many because you don't want to go into conference play yet. You don't want to do any of that jazz. So I don't really know. That's a great question.
And then, obviously it's having to be made the teams worth their while, because any extra plays, extra chance of injury, and no one likes that. I feel like in the NFL, those injuries are just catastrophic. There's no stub my toe out for only a week.
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, it's the turf toe, you know?
Yeah.
But even that, the turf monster is a dangerous being.
But see, yes, it is, and it can get you good.
Yes. But this isn't, the first game that's been played in Madrid, actually. So I think I have to change my answer a little bit. I'm still going to stick with Paris, maybe Melbourne. But this is the second time that they played in Madrid. The first time was between the Dolphins and the Commanders. And Bernabeu, I think pronounced that correctly. Could have butchered that, to be honest with you.
I'm also excited about London, and I
really.
actually would like to see the Jaguars Bears London.
That could be a good game.
I think it'd be a really good bit of TV.
Game. Which, okay, but the first
game
week or the
and
second
the
week?
promos that could be built around. Because I'm thinking the athletes, London. I mean, there's just so many packages that could be built.
So would you want to see them that first week in London or that second week in London? The Jags are there.
First week.
First week, just to get out of the way.
I want first week. I don't want sloppy seconds. Do
That's
you?
fair.
Nobody.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd rather be third. Second place is like a hurt to the heart. I'd rather be first or third.
Understandable.
But should we take a break?
Yes, we should take a break.
We should probably take a break, and when we come back, Thunder basketball. Welcome back to For the Win. I'm Jacqueline Ferris with Avon Molinar. And Avon, I cannot believe we get to do it, but breaking news.
Finally, something happened.
Breaking news.
In the middle of the show. Former Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray has been released from the Arizona Cardinals. This is huge.
That's real huge and surprising a little bit.
Honestly, it's kind of good for both organizations.
Okay.
But
it's good for Kyler and good for the Cardinals?
I believe so.
Great.
I believe so. They've just kind of not. They went 3-14 last season.
Yes.
And he's
not
been injured.
Exceptional.
Jacoby Brissett is a decent. If they have retained him, I'm not fully sure what their quarterback situation is like right now, but it's kind of on the downhill. But the Cardinals have informed QB that he's been has been released. On the first day of the league next Wednesday, barring a trade between now and then. They already owe him $36.8 million guaranteed 26, and have another $19.5 million that would have been triggered on March 15th for 2027. But he will now be moving on from that.
So he moves on with no dollars, or only
he doesn't get.
million?
I think he just gets the $36 million. He doesn't get the extra 19.5 that he would have gotten if he would have waited 12 days. Or if they would have waited 12 days. But I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
That is crazy to me.
It is insane.
That we are talking about those kind of dollars. But what is...
For Kyler Murray, especially, who hasn't had a very
36
prominent last couple of years.
Right.
He's been kind of in the dumps.
I mean, applauds to his agent and whoever got in that deal. Because
Stellar. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Exit package.
Well done.
Should we talk Thunder?
Let's talk Thunder basketball.
Okay, because they play Chicago tonight.
Correct. They do.
The Bulls.
I'm not going to say anything.
You're not.
I'm not going to say anything detrimental. Let's say it that way.
I was like, so we're just going on to college basketball?
We're not skipping this. No. Just some basic numbers. The Thunder are 47-15 on the year. The Bulls are 25-36.
Okay.
They are 12th in the East. Well, obviously the Thunder's first in the West. I will say we are kind of in a weird period where we don't have as many players again. We're back to the skeletal man offense. I will say, though, some good has come out of this. We did just recently sign, yesterday we signed a two-way player, and what's his name? Peyton Sanford. Two-way contract, he's 6'7", 215 pounds. He's a forward, and he's looking like he's going to be very excited to play. And this is who we are dealing with right here. Just a little, hang on. Why did that do that? There we go. That was a little hiccup. He's very intense. Look, if you can see
athletic
in those eyes, he's just very exactly. There we go. Laser focused, and he's excited to play. He's been on the blue for the past few months, but now he's getting that chance to show what he can do, especially when we need the help.
Hey, I think it's pretty great anytime someone can rise up in the Thunder organization and actually go from the blue to the real deal.
Right.
You know, I mean, that seems like a masterful accomplishment. And so I'm excited to see what he can do for us.
Put up numbers of Iowa. They're a formidable basketball school now. They weren't 10 years ago,
right?
But now they're doing pretty well for themselves, and I'm kind of excited. He may or may not play tonight, but with all the help we can get, honestly, with all of our guys being out.
So the game's in Chicago.
Correct.
But 7 p.m. Central Time tip-off. Chicago Bulls. I think Thunder are going to do just fine, Avon.
I think so, too, and that's why I didn't want to say anything, but because, I've come on here before.
We have.
And said things that I would end up regretting. There's, in fact, a few episodes back, I have to publicly apologize.
We don't like doing that at all. No more apologies. No more apologies.
But Jacqueline, what are your thoughts on this game before we have to go to break?
I think the Thunder are going to do just fine. And on that note, I think we should take that break. And when we come back, are you up for college basketball?
Always up for college basketball.
Okay. Welcome back to For the Win. I'm Jacqueline Ferris with Avon Molinar. And Avon, looking at the rest of this rundown, we have a lot of sporting events to choose from. It doesn't matter what you're up for. We got you covered if you like college. Let's start with basketball.
We hooping? We hooping.
We hooping.
We hooping.
Even though I'm ready for some spring diamond play.
No.
Let's hoop.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll
we
get there. Give us like 6 minutes.
Okay.
But should we start off with OU or?
Let's go ahead and start off with the Sooners.
Okay. Because we probably should, because it's going to be senior night. It's going to be senior night.
Hey.
Looking for their 5th win in 7 games. The Oklahoma Sooners will be taking on the Mizzou Tigers tonight.
Okay.
Missouri's good. I don't know why they would schedule, the Tigers on.
Because in the state of Oklahoma, we are notorious for picking senior nights and or homecomings. Really, any momentous really a night you'd want to remember. We always decide to pick a really tough team.
Unless you're the Sooner Ladies that played Arkansas.
Well, yeah. But man, up north.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, senior night, college basketball. I think the Sooners are going to have a real battle.
Oh, yeah. The Tigers are 20-9. They're 10-6 in the SEC.
Yeah.
The Sooners are 5-11.
Not
just a
the
frame
same
of reference.
stats, kind of like the opposite.
Just a complete frame of reference for you. But they will be honoring Tay Davis, Jaden Jones, Reed Lovelace, Nigel Pack, and Muhammad Wagwe, who have all been very heavy contributors into their wins. Those that they have. But you're right, Jacqueline. You're right. It's going to be battle. It's going to be, they're going to have to tame a beast for sure. And it's going to be a dogfight to the very end.
Hopefully they do the recognition and moments
beforehand.
Celebration beforehand.
I think they will.
Okay,
Hopefully it's not a halftime
Let's
thing.
Celebrate before.
That'd be a little rough. A little rough, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be a little terrified if I was the Sooners right now.
I would too.
Just because of the way that Mizzou's been playing. But congratulations to all the seniors who will be celebrated tonight. And go ball. Go ball out.
Absolutely. Are they going to ball out at Oklahoma State tonight? UCF?
We'll find out. Probably
Game's actually in Orlando, though.
Yes.
So it may feel like a bit of a vacation for the Cowboys.
Hey, they need
but I hope they are not on vacation mode.
Hopefully not.
I hope they are focused.
Laser focused, locked in for a game that really could determine where they're seated in this Big 12 bracket.
If they're seated.
If they're seated, yeah. Right now they're at 14th of the 16. They could, with they have 2 games left. If they win both these games somehow, keyword there somehow, they could jump up to 11th, which is a big jump. All things considering.
I mean, it's incredible how the math is mathed for them.
Right. It's probably shouldn't be here.
Shocking.
You probably shouldn't be here.
But enjoy. Soak it up, fellas.
Which means possibly that the Sooners could get into. I don't really know what their stats looking like right now, but they've got essentially the same in-conference record as the Cowboys do. They're both 5-11. Now UCF is 9-7 in the Big 12. They are a little bit better than we are. UCF is 20-8 overall, but we just got to finish off the last couple games, and then we'll see what really happens here. Selection Sunday is right around the corner. A little nervous for that, to be completely honest with you.
As you should.
As I should be. But
okay, so tonight it is Oklahoma State at UCF, 7 p.m. Eastern Time tip-off. Do we have time to talk at least one college baseball game before break?
We can. Yeah, we can.
We can.
We can. I mean, which one do you want to talk
Let's play ball. Let's go Sooners.
about? Okay. Switched over real quick. Yeah. So, OU, they play DBU tonight, and Oklahoma's been really good at baseball recently, and it's a little scary.
Or a little great.
Or yeah, I mean, I just don't think of them when I think of baseball teams. They're not someone that normally comes to mind.
I know, and that's what I like about it is I think their time to shine and for that public recognition may be on the horizon.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too.
Should we consider taking that break here pretty quick?
I think we should.
Okay.
We should.
So let's take a break now, and when we come back, we will talk absolutely OSU baseball and then softball to close out the show when we return. Welcome back to For the Win. I'm Jacqueline Ferris with Avon Molinar. Avon, we're in the last portion of our show, but I think we have time for OSU baseball and softball if you think. Do you think?
I think we could do that. I think we can do that.
Okay.
Baseball first?
Baseball first.
Baseball first. All right, let's get this started.
Let's finish with the home run.
Before we went to break, we did talk about how OU was playing Dallas Baptist 6:30 in Norman tonight. But there's another game at 4 p.m. Oklahoma State versus Missouri State. 4 p.m. in Stillwater. OSU's been on tear. They just beat the Sam Houston Bearcats in a 3-game series. All of them dubs by the Pokes, even though there were some interesting scores in that game. One of those scores being 20-0 at the end of 9. Jack, do we have any thoughts on these baseball games?
I'm just really excited that it is baseball season, that it's softball season. We are outside. I love spring athletics. I think I told you on the break, I think this is the time for OU baseball to really shine.
Oh, for sure.
I think they've been kind of a sleeper team in the sense of the momentum's been building and people just haven't been paying attention, but I think people are going to start paying attention.
No, I agree. They're 10-2 right now.
It's incredible.
The Pokes aren't there.
And we shouldn't be surprised because they're totally capable teams. But well done.
Oklahoma's 10-2. The traditionally good baseball school in Oklahoma State is 8-3.
Okay.
Just for comparisons of where we're right now. I mean, sure, the Sooners have played a couple more games, but still, a dub's a dub, right?
A dub's a dub for sure.
Dub is a dub.
Should we talk softball?
Yes.
Dubs. I bet for them coming up soon.
Oh, check this out. So, OU plays North Texas tonight, 6 p.m. in Denton, and then Oklahoma State plays Missouri State in Stillwater.
Missouri State Bears
at 6 p.m. Crazy coincidence? I think not. But give a little fun fact: this is the 34th time that the Mean Green and the Sooners are meeting. This rivalry, more or less, kind of dates back to 1987. But OU is 10-0 in Denton and has won the last meeting against North Texas 10-0. That was back in 2022.
So my big takeaways from that is if you're one of those people that has all those fancy channels, that show softball games.
All the ESPN Plus members that are just like,
you could really picture this though.
Oh, for sure.
And have a really
the
great
box going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about tonight. I mean, this is a good idea for myself.
So we watch a lot of softball then. We're watching a lot of softball then.
I absolutely love softball, and so I think that's what I'm going to do tonight.
I think that's a great idea. Do you have any parting words for all of our players in the diamond?
Go Pokes, go Sooners, and on that note, we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of For the Win.